Everyone feels emotions, and we all go through them at some point in our lives. Several things can set it off, including eating by yourself, moving, or feeling forgotten by other people. But loneliness has become more common and lasts longer these days, hurting millions of people around the world. Even though we live in the most connected time ever, a lot of us still feel alone and cut off. Being alone is not the same as being lonely. While others feel uneasy even in a crowded area, some people enjoy silence and find it peaceful. Being lonely is a feeling that is unique to each person and has nothing to do with their social skills. No matter how popular or open someone is, they can still feel lonely. But loneliness isn't new. In fact, it's gotten worse because of things like the post-pandemic situation, the rise of social media, and the lack of face-to-face contact. All of these things, along with others, have made a lot of people feel more alone and disconnected. If we don't have the resources to deal with these thoughts, it can be hard to cope. Thankfully, there are ways to get over loneliness and find peace within. Now, let's explore them. Before we talk about philosophy, it's important to note that if you're feeling lonely, you probably need to find good people to connect with, people who are kind, polite, helpful, and who share your interests and values. It can be harder for some people to find these people than for others. Our traits play a part in this. But the best way to deal with deep loneliness is to find your tribe, not just anyone, but people who make you feel seen and heard. Learn to feel comfortable being by yourself as the second best thing you can do. The best way for each person to deal with loneliness is different. No matter who you are, where you come from, or what you're going through, everyone feels lonely at some point in their lives. It's not just a lack of company, it's also a feeling of cut off from other people and ourselves, frequently for no apparent reason. Even when we are with other people and things to do, it can make us feel alone, strange, and out of place. Sometimes it gets into our minds and makes us feel empty in a way that is hard to fill with other people or things. How to cope with loneliness and find peace in our own company is what we'll explore in this video. Feeling lonely is not unique. You have probably felt lonely at some point in your life, whether you are a CEO in a corner office or a caretaker in the hallway, a famous movie star or a die-hard fan, an old widow or a teenager who doesn't fit in, nothing is safe from loneliness. You might have felt like a stranger, observing a world where everyone else seems to fit while you feel out of sync and disconnected. In the silences and breaks between laughs, you may have felt the agony of loneliness. Not running away or avoiding loneliness is not the only way to deal with it, though. The philosophy of Stoicism can help us better understand and deal with this complicated feeling. In any circumstances, Stoicism shows us how to live a wise and good life. It comes from ancient Greece. Stoicism doesn't promise a panacea for loneliness, but it does give us tools to deal with it, lessen its effects, or even turn it into a chance for self-development. The wisdom of old Stoic thinkers like Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca will be used to help us understand the Stoic approach to loneliness in this video. We will learn how to keep our minds strong against the bad effects of loneliness by applying what they taught us to our everyday lives. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the station to get more videos like this. We are now ready to start our journey into Stoicism and loneliness. People all over the world share the human experience. It's strange that loneliness can bring people together, even though it can make us feel alone. But everyone knows what it's like to feel lonely. In a way, this shared understanding can bring people together through sensitivity. So, what can we do about it? The Stoics thought that one of the most important qualities for living a good life was wisdom. We can improve our wisdom, which is made up of two parts. The capacity to see the world clearly around us is the first part of wisdom. The world is not how we want it to be. We need to let go of our judgments, biases, and preconceptions and see it as it really is. Socrates said that having a clear picture of the truth is what wisdom is all about. To do this, we need to get rid of anything that gets in the way of our vision, like our biases and preconceptions. The next step is to apply this knowledge to our daily lives so that we can make wise choices based on the information and resources at our disposal. In order to cope with loneliness, wisdom can be helpful. We have to work on ourselves on the inside. You need to face the reality of who you are and what kind of person you are in order to determine whether or not you are happy with what you find. Enjoy your own company, and are you comfortable with yourself? Unless you do, you will have a hard time being calm when you are by yourself. You can't expect others to solve your problem. You need to look inside and find your own answers. It's important to remember that this is not a way to punish or criticize yourself for the past. In addition to being compassionate and understanding, you need to be honest with yourself. In the end, it's not about shame, sorrow, or hating yourself. It's about improving yourself. This is something I do a lot, and I never put the blame on other people, make excuses, or be mean to myself for things I regret. They are part of my reality, and I accept them. I understand that the knowledge I had in the past was not as extensive as it is now, and that I have continued to learn. To keep myself growing, I try to believe that people are always changing. Today I'm going to talk about myself and show you something important about how we talk to ourselves. It will make you feel bad about who you are or who you were if you were always hard on yourself. You'll feel guilty, sorry, angry, sad, or ashamed, and you'll blame yourself for everything. By yourself, you won't enjoy it. You'll not be friendly with yourself. Would you rather hang out with someone who hates, insults, yells at, and insults you, or someone who loves, inspires, leads, and forgives you? For yourself, you need to be that second person. Remember what you can control and accept what you can't. This is what the Stoics tell us about how to live a good life. There's nothing we can do about other people's behavior. We can only control our own. To deal with loneliness, this means we need to do some things. When we don't like ourselves and feel lonely, we need to change that. The kind of person who is comfortable with themselves is what we need to become. We need to change into the kind of person who other people want to be around if we feel lonely because we have trouble making friends. Forgetting to be someone else is not what this means. It means being a good friend and partner and an upbeat and helpful member of a group. Aside from that, we need to find our group. When we try to join groups but don't fit in, we can feel lonely. They don't agree with us or share our interests, goals, or beliefs. We need to make our own decisions, Epictetus said. We can find people who are like us if we are honest about who we are and know ourselves well. We can work on the things we want to change and be compassionate with ourselves. We can be happy in our own company, be better friends to others, and build stronger bonds this way. Silence, if used properly, can also help a person grow. See how silence can make you feel better in my video.